What's up, fantasy people? This is Tyler Ward and Jason the Lucky Bastard Uthenwoldt of the Fantasy Footballin Show. And today we're doing a Thursday night recap. Since we did, a Thursday night specific thing yesterday. And first off, before I even start anything, I want to give a shout out to Storm Shadow. That's his name, Jason. The guy that's been doing all the comments on our videos.
Number one fan.
I think it sounds like a super cool Valerian Blade steel from Game of Thrones.
Makes me think of a ninja stormtrooper.
I might have like a Champions of Norath character called Storm Shadow. Sorry, that's stupid. But anyways, let's get to it. So Thursday night football, Rams versus the Bills. Jason, what was your big takeaways from that?
One of the main takeaways, I think it was, well, first, let me ask you a question, Tyler. Did you take my advice and not play the Bills defense?
Yeah, I didn't. I was going against the Bills defense in one of my leagues. And so I was tripping out at the end. I was trying to get them. I was hoping that they were going to get some garbage time touchdowns. They didn't even get that. So, but no, I didn't start them. I wouldn't. I don't think I would have started them anyways. Right.
They were on my. They were on my pause. They were on my pause list for not to start.
Yeah.
On Thursday, and then when I go and look at everything that happened, they had 7 sacks. They had multiple turnovers, INTs. They got 19 points in a standard league, and I think whoever started them is either lucky,
no, I know, dude,
or a genius. Because I wouldn't have thought that going into LA with the defending champions, Stafford and all that, Cooper Kupp. I mean, Trey White, their star cornerback, is not even on the field. He's out for another 4 weeks. They had 2 rookies. One rookie was a 6th-round pick, Christian Benford, going against Cooper Kupp. And I thought they were just going to light him up. There was going to be nothing to stop him, but they definitely made an impact. Von Miller had 2 sacks on the game.
Well, you said they sacked him 7 times, right?
Yeah.
And then it was all those sacks they weren't even blitzing, so they didn't even send extra people. Those were all just the normal, 4-man fronts or whatever.
Yeah, Von Miller, he there was one sack that he got, he just bulldozed the guy, and the other one, he just ran right past him. Von Miller was still showing that he has the strength and speed to make an impact on a defense.
Yeah, also that Phillips dude, that super wide guy. Did you see him? Yeah, he was crazy. Yeah, that's I saw that was the big thing too, man. Because you're talking about how they didn't even have to really worry about their secondary getting caught deep because there was just no time to throw anyways.
Yeah, Stafford didn't have anything. People could even talk about Stafford's elbow was bothering him or whatnot, but I don't think his throws were horrible. I just don't think he had enough time to throw the ball. Plus, the rushing game.
I agree. No, I'm sorry, dude. I know I'm talking over you. Right?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
You're just you were saying that his arm looked fine. And I was just thinking immediately. That was the first thing I wrote down was his arm looked totally fine.
Yeah,
he didn't look comfortable at all.
No.
But as far as the ball getting to where it needs to be with velocity, that was fine. But they were saying oh, it's sailing this way, it's sailing this. That interception to Cooper Kupp, he was looking that dude off. He wasn't even looking at him.
He didn't know. Look.
But maybe that's the kind of stuff he thought he needed to do because he's just getting hit all the time. So
yeah.
So that was the Bills defense, right? That you were talking about.
Yeah, they got if you started them, whoever started them in their league in a standard point system where sacks are 1 point, INTs are 2 point, they got 19 points.
Yeah, and if your defense gets 19 points, I just want my defense to get 10 points,
Yeah.
I want my kicker to get 10 points. Yeah, I want my kicker to get 10 points, and I want my defense to get 10 points. And then, everything else is pretty much luck. Yep.
I have another takeaway this time on the Rams side. This was a huge thing. I texted you about this when I saw it in one of the first plays of the game. Darrell Henderson.
I know, dude.
Is this guy who got probably picked in the last round, not even drafted, come out here and play the whole first quarter? Cam Akers didn't get his first carry till the 13 minutes of the second quarter. And then he only touched the ball 3 times compared to Darrell Henderson's. I was like, I believe you have him. And I was like, Tyler just may have a steal, and then everybody who got Cam Akers in like the 7th or 8th round just basically got screwed, is unlucky, as you could say.
Yeah, well,
they probably started Cam Akers.
Well, and that, so like what I was thinking is, Sean McVay is smart, and he knows that his offensive line is having struggles right now, and Cam Akers doesn't seem like he just, as soon as he gets touched, he goes down. He just seems like he's not a good pass blocking running back. And so once I saw that game play out, I was kind of thinking maybe that's what it is that they just wanted him to play more because he's a better pass blocker. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but that was one of my first thoughts because, Henderson didn't look that great. I mean, I don't know what you thought about it.
Yeah, Henderson, he did not look great. He was 13 rushing yards, 13 attempts for 47 rushing yards. That's only like 3.6 yards per carry. But the good thing is he did get some receptions out of the backfield. He caught all 5 of his targets. And, in a PPR league, that's very important. We play in a half PPR, and so he got a total of 8.5.
And I don't think that's going to be normal. I was thinking about that today. I don't think you can expect the Rams running backs to catch that many passes. I think that was just part of the game plan, because of no time to throw.
All right. Yeah.
So, I mean, that was just part of it. And then, I was looking at that Allen Robinson thing. What did you think about Allen Robinson? Did you watch him?
Yeah. If we want to go into that, Stafford doesn't look like he trusts anybody except Cooper Kupp.
See, especially because he was so uncomfortable,
Yeah.
And did you see the quote? The quote afterwards was, so like McVay said that A-Rob and Cam Akers weren't involved because of game flow, and then Stafford said that A-Rob wasn't involved because they were playing zone the entire time. He said that there was I think there was 2 plays that were man, and he went to Robinson those 2 times. So when they're playing zone, I'm not a quarterback or whatever, but I think it's probably harder to see separation, relative to man. And so if you don't trust somebody, I think that Allen Robinson's a really good buy low right now. This is going to be his worst game. It's going to be Cam Akers' worst game.
Right.
So I could see Allen Robinson just being, a top 20 wide receiver later on in the year. But right now, until he gets the trust, like you're talking about, or they fix the offensive line issues, he's going to be a buy low for maybe a couple of weeks.
Yeah. The only person he was really throwing the ball to was Cooper Kupp. He had 15 targets, ended up with 13 receptions, 128 yards, and 1 touchdown. I mean, Higbee had 11 targets, but he got that in garbage time.
That's crazy. When you watch that game, it feels like he got way more than that.
The rest of everybody else, they either had 6 targets or less. So it looked like he was just only looking for Cooper Kupp. Yeah, he may have the whole thing with Allen Robinson and with the zone or man coverage, but also, they didn't have anybody to take off the top. Von Jefferson didn't even play.
Dude, I know. And that's, if I was, on my waiver wires show, because I was even thinking about waiver wire pickups from this game, and the only one I could tell you is Van Jefferson. But for Van Jefferson to do his job, he's gonna have to get Stafford's gonna have to get time to throw.
Yeah.
But I didn't see Robinson doesn't seem like he was running all these super deep straight routes. He was not stretching the field, even though there was a tweet during that game. It was on Reddit yesterday, but he was averaging 3 yards of separation per route run or something like that. But I don't know how you can gauge that.
I don't know. No, they consider that open in the NFL, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, it doesn't matter how open you are if he's not going to look your way anyways, So
I think it's going to take some time, like you said, but eventually Allen Robinson will get more involved.
Dude.
To kind of to piggyback what we're talking about too, that Stafford's not getting enough time. One of the people I was looking at was their left tackle. They had the great Andrew Whitworth who retired. So it's who's going to replace that? Joe Note Boom. He sat behind him for 4 years. Did I say right?
I'm glad you wrote his name down, because I was like, man, what was that guy? It was like a notebook.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling or
no Boone starting Ryan Gosling. He actually sat behind Andrew Whitworth for about 4 years when the Rams drafted him in 2018. So this was actually like his first game that he was like starting and playing. So I think in the beginning he kind of looked like he was doing decent, but he gave up 2.5 sacks. 2 of them, it was to Von Miller. You gotta protect your quarterback. You can't let people go past you. So he's going to have to progress.
That's a good information, Jason, because I thought he was like a second-year player or a rookie because just how he was playing. But knowing that they've had him for so long and he sat behind, I mean, dude, it's not like you can expect him to get that much better, you know?
Right.
So
I think,
I
think he, there is a chance that he's going to get better. Like I said, when you're sitting for 4 years behind someone as Whitworth, you are going to like observe some stuff, probably take some skills, some lessons from him. He just got to learn now how to put that in the game. You know, he's never actually, this was his first start. He's going to probably be the guy for the rest of the season. So I think once he gets like more comfortable that he might do a little bit better, but that's also something to keep an eye on because that's Matthew Stafford's blind side. You know, do we need to call Michael Moore out and have him do another movie of the blind side? We all know what happens. You got to protect the quarterback's blind side.
I think you said Michael Moore.
Yeah, Michael Moore.
But you're talking about Michael Orr.
Michael Moore.
I think Michael Moore is the big dude that makes documentaries.
Oh, like Bowling for Columbine and stuff like that.
That's why I was like, yeah, you should come out.
Michael Orr, that dude was a beast. But yeah, it's just you got to protect your quarterback's blind side.
Well, dude, you know they're going to be calling Andrew Whitworth last night.
Oh, you know they probably call him. Does he want to come back after what you see though? It's like how much money
we will
pay me?
Well, we will inject you with every steroid on the planet. But like I was telling Storm Shadow because he was talking about Cam Akers and I was like, dude, you know, I didn't really see that much of a difference. I mean, I know Cam Akers only did 2 plays, but he looked just as fast as Darrell Henderson or whatever. But the Rams, knowing the Rams, they're going to trade or do whatever they have to do to get offensive line help. Like, you know, they're not going to sit there and just be average there. They're going to mortgage the future or trade something to fix that problem. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would hold on to all these Rams players. I mean, you have to hold on to them anyways because their stock went down so much. But I'm not all gloom and doom like everybody else is. Plus, it's the first game of the season, you know?
Game. Yeah. And, I don't think there's any time to really panic. I think if you got Cooper Kupp, you're going to be good no matter what. But I think
that's great.
Whole team is going to do better.
Yeah, well, I wrote down like 3 times, like on my notes, like Cooper Kupp is awesome. Cooper Kupp is awesome.
Yeah,
and
best route runner in the game.
Yeah, and I'll talk about. Do you want to talk about the? Because I do want to hit the Buffalo Bills running backs real fast, or
yeah, we could definitely go over there. And the first thing, you know, because I put on if you're in a deeper league, play James Cook, so I was excited to see him, and then I wasn't excited.
We're James Cook people around here, people.
Yeah.
We're James Cook people. I think I sent you. Sorry, my dog keeps on hitting my stuff.
That's all right.
And if I lock him outside, dude, they're just scratching the door.
Yeah.
But no, like I was telling you, his first, like, he looked patient and then he exploded. Like, I was like, oh my God, he's gonna come out of this like glob of people and just run so fast. And then the ball hit the ground. He never saw him again.
Yeah, you said it. He's like, those 4 steps he took looked amazing.
Because he looked like, I noticed, you know, Zach Moss and Devin Singletary just were like, man, they didn't take any time. It was like Adrian Peterson. They just like were full speed through everything. And it was nice to see just a different type of running style, I thought. And but what I did notice was that, they pass the ball to the running backs a lot. So Buffalo had 8 targets to the running backs.
Well, their game plan, I don't know if you really noticed this. Their game plan was brilliant. I do believe that the Rams have a pretty good defense. And if you notice, most of their receptions were just slants. Hit the ball, slant, throw the ball. They said he held the ball for like, I think like 2 seconds. Like, that's 2 steps and throw.
So like, exactly. So like, you're right, man. Like, so it's like, is that part of the game plan? Because that's super promising for James Cook's future. You know, like, And not only that, like they could have ran the ball so much more, dude. Like there were so many times where they should have ran out the clock, and they were throwing bombs or like a designed quarterback run, you know?
Yep.
So
that's
like
why
I think
I want everybody on the Bills. Give me everybody.
Dude, so yeah, like not only the wide receivers for the Bills, but I think the running backs for the Bills are going to produce a lot more than last year.
They were going up against a Rams defensive line that's usually pretty good.
Dude, I'm talking about I'm gonna try to trade for James Cook though. So, and I might try to trade for Allen Robinson depending on who has them. But I know your dad has James Cook and he probably really wants, and he really likes.
Just give it time. James Cook. I mean Zach Moss.
Dude, I was like, I already had my Darrell Henderson for James Cook in the barrel, dude. I was like, Darrell Henderson for James Cook, Darrell Henderson for Allen Robinson,
right?
Darrell Henderson for Cam Akers. I mean, what's the difference? I really don't.
I know you got to keep Darrell Henderson, and it's crazy that you drafted him with your last pick, right?
I mean, I drafted kicker and defense last. Well, but yeah, with my last,
I don't count that.
I know,
right.
Yeah, and I was surprised he was there because I was like, dude, I usually draft him. I've been drafting him every draft at the end, and I totally forgot about him for some reason. I was just all pumped up on this other stuff, and it was like, you know, the real draft, so I was like nervous or whatever. And oh man, I've got a question right here for you too. But anyways, I forgot what I was talking about because I just saw this question. I'm super excited to ask you because you own him.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Dawson Knox. How'd you feel about Dawson Knox last night? Because
he only had one reception and he dropped another one, so it was kind of, But I feel like he's not going to be one of those consistent tight ends where he's going to get you 10 points like every game. Like I said, I do felt like the Rams were playing pretty good defense. I just think it was all about the slants for Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis and the running backs. I think the tight end wasn't too much of the game plan for that one, but I'm okay. You know, if anything, Higbee was there. Higbee got more points. You could pick him up later, but I already know Knox is not going to get those like 10, 15, 20 points like every game. There's going to be games like this where he's not going to, establish more than like with 0.5. And I'm okay with that. Especially if I got Diggs going off and getting me.
I was just like, how'd you like owning Diggs?
Yeah, that was I was thinking, I was like, okay, I see how this season's going to be, where it's Stephon Diggs going to be catching the passes and it's going to be Gabe Davis scoring the touchdowns.
That's a dude. I thought the same thing. It was going to be Mike Williams, Keenan Allen all over again.
Yeah. And then, Josh Allen had that wonderful scramble play and he just threw deep Diggs.
But I do think that Diggs is a top 5 wide receiver this year. And I think that Gabe Davis is top 12. So there's usually like, maybe every once in a while, there's like 1 or 2 teams a year that has 2 wide receivers in the top 12. And I think this is the team. Yeah, this is the team to do it. Or maybe it's going to be the Chargers, but we'll have to see that.
I think Allen he's going to be number 1 quarterback at the end of the year. I believe that.
And then
as long as he doesn't get hurt.
And then real fast, since we hit on that tight end, I just want to be like, dude, Higbee got 11 targets, but I think it was just a lot of necessity targets because of the pass rush and the unfamiliarity with A-Rob. And he looked terrible. Higbee did.
Oh, he even dropped the ball.
Dude,
but no, he got his like 7 of his 11 targets in garbage time.
Yeah, it was just crazy, man. Like,
and he
was upset.
He got hit in the face.
Yeah, but I think he'll probably he's going to be he's not going to be a super high ceiling player. I think he's going to get you like 5 points a week. But he got targeted 11 times. It's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But those targets are going to go to A-Rob. Those targets are going to go to A-Rob later on. And then did you want to talk about anything else?
Yeah, well, a little bit with Allen, just like he killed it last night. I went up against Allen. He had in our league, he got 33 points. He got 33 points. He had 2 interceptions. And I thought this was a funny thing. So first, I said, play McKenzie in the slot in a deeper league. And deeper league, I'm thinking 14, 16, 18 person league. He ended up getting 2 receptions, 19 yards, and a touchdown, which in a PPR, that's like 9 points. He did give the Rams player an interception, which I thought it was like he had it and it was like, here.
I know.
Here you go. You can have it. It's like it sucks because it's like Josh Allen. That wasn't even like his fault. He's like, did I do that? It ain't my fault. Did I do that? That's what Josh Allen was singing to Bills Mafia. But his other interception went to Crowder, who's also trying to battle for that slot position. So his 2 INTs went to the slot position player, the 2 that are battling to see like who's going to be that main slot. Crowder is pretty good.
He looked quick.
He's quick, but I think McKenzie's more familiar with the offense. And
I'd go upside with McKenzie, I think.
Yeah, sticking with McKenzie. Just some quick things I also want to throw out there is that just some stats. Stephon Diggs, it was 8 receptions, 122, 1 touchdown. Gabe Davis, 4 receptions, 88 yards, 1 touchdown. That's pretty much it. I think what we're seeing here is that the Bills are going to go to the Super Bowl and the Rams still have a lot more things to do. The Bills are going to win their division. They're going to win their division. The Rams have Seattle, they have the Niners, and they got the Cardinals in their division. So that one's going to be tough. But just give it time. And the Rams, I think, don't worry about the Rams. They're going to do better. They just got to get things in motion. They need people to come back. And once Whitworth agrees to coming out of retirement, they're going to get that help.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, that's good. So I feel like we covered most stuff. I mean,
yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to eat some food.
That's funny because I was waiting to eat to do this video as well. So
yeah,
that works out. So anyways, this was a different format today. If you guys like it, let us know. And if you like us, you can do that in real life and hit the thumbs up button. Makes us feel really good, especially if we, a new format like this. If we got likes, it just makes us feel. We're gonna drink tonight, and we're gonna have to drink 2 beers to feel like we drank 4 beers.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. That's all we're gonna talk about as our 14 subscribers.
I'm serious, man.
I know, awesome. Me too. I look at it all the time. I'm like, where's 15? Where's 15? Can you hear me?